you're a Sagittarius born November 22nd to December 21st, what can you expect for the month of April 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So Sagittarius, I just see you moving forward with things, signing things, getting things done, becoming more organized, more grounded, just a little more fastidious in your affairs and feeling good about it, like really just like puffing up your chest and going, wow, I did this. So it may be that you bought your first house. It may be that you just got engaged. It may be that you just had your first baby, or that you yourself just finished your first race. If you're whatever, if you're a competitor, you may have won your first thing. I just feel this like, yes, I'm proud of myself, and you should be. So this very, very good energy around accomplishing something that was important to you. Now, and it could be just something as simple as getting yourself moved from point A to point B. Sometimes it's just like, wow, I got my ass out of bed and I didn't want to. I got up and ran and I didn't want to. Right? Or I got myself to an exercise class and I wasn't interested, or I went to the grocery store and cooked myself healthy meals all week, right? So, the list is endless of our problems with follow through. But this is I just feel like you should be proud of yourself. So having said that, let's move into what's in store for those of you that are in a romantic relationship for April. So let's see what's happening there. So I just see, there's maybe, as with all relationships, some things that maybe we don't take too seriously from our partner, and we may hurt their feelings, and maybe they're asking us to be a little more serious, Sages. So there may be, you may be asked to do more, and you think you're already doing it so much. So there may be that opportunity to have an honest conversation that actually brings you closer together, where you're meeting each other's needs. So this real, I do see once you have this conversation, a real tenderness or an opportunity for tenderness to show up. You have to be careful with just your instantaneous language this month, because it's the new moon in Aries, and Aries are just, boom, they just say it. There's no apology about it, and it's just matter of fact, right? But some people are sensitive, and depending on what your partner is, they may not take it so well. It may be hard for them to hear things when you're really direct, right? Or it may be for you to say things that are really direct, and maybe you have a hard time hearing your partner direct things at you, and it's uncomfortable. So I feel like these are important conversations, though, and I definitely feel like they are temporary and can really bring you back together. There's a full moon in Libra, April 19th, and Libra's energy is all about diplomacy and creating beautiful communication and relationships and beautifying things. So it really does support our loving romantic relationships, and not just that, but all relationships. So I do feel the relationships can get better towards later on in the month. They won't be as sensitive, or people will not be as sensitive and or direct. So things feels like tapped down a little bit. Okay, so let's look at you Sages that are interested in a romance, that are single. So let's see what's in store for you for April. So basically, Sages, you're being asked, if you want things to be different, you have to be different, right? If you're asking for a romantic relationship, a powerful romantic relationship of honesty and integrity, and and that you have to emit it first before you can receive it. So you're being asked to look and see what about you needs to change so that you can attract the person that you want in your life, so that you match each other, right? Now, what's amazing about this month is we have lots of spiritual support. There's a lot of energy happening so that our spiritual awareness will awaken. We have the religious holidays of Easter and Passover that are big downloads of energy for us that really help to meet our needs and give us what we need. So these are important times for us to be able to have new beginnings and to feel good about these new beginnings and to be able to ask for the Creator's help. It's an energy, it's a consciousness. Not saying to go get religious on you. I'm just saying there's an open portal on during those times in this month that really allow us to connect more deeply and more richly with who we are and what we want to be able to create in our month. And Sagittarius, this is, you guys are very fluid people. You're the fun, you're the ability to make people laugh. You have this ease and grace. It's not always easy to lock you down, right? So if you're somebody who's interested in having a lockdown relationship, you got to be locked down yourself, right? You got to stop your behaviors so your vibration changes, so you bring in people who are now more like-minded by you. So in other words, don't expect to find somebody who's interested in having a long-term relationship when you're still having short recreational sex, right? If you want a long-term relationship, you got to change your vibration. You got to change your boundaries and say, this is what I want, so I'm not doing that anymore because I want to be different. So I am now in alignment with somebody like this who wants a long-term relationship. So it's not about right or wrong. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to tell you what works. And if you're wanting one thing and doing another, it just doesn't meet. The vibration won't meet. It's like magnets, right? They won't connect. So that's what there is for you to do is if you want that, then you need to change it. It should be fine. Now, for some of you, that may bring up pain. It may bring up fear. It may bring up rejection. It may bring up old wounds. Then get yourself in therapy, right? Or come see me. Just have a private with me over the phone. We'll knock some stuff out and do a energy piece that can just shift things, right? Or go to a 3-day weekend, handle these things. Landmark Forum is an excellent program that works with people on healing broken relationships or broken hearts. So there's a lot of things out there, but be in action to get what you want, right? Let things be different for you if that's what you're looking for. Okay, money and career for Sagittarius. That's what's in store for you this month. So one of the messages is you have to stop spending so much, right? And, or slowing down, right? Or even for some of you, it may not even be about spending. It's about having the awareness and the exchange. And the money is always there. Like, I feel like the money's there for you guys. But what can happen is when we overspend, we lose that sense of appreciation. It's like Christmas Day all the time. So it's like, whatever. It's like the kid who opens up the 10th present and he's done with it. Dad hasn't even played with it and he's on to the next one. It's like, the level of fulfillment becomes challenged. It dissipates. So I feel like there's a lot of money there. What you're being asked to do is acknowledge what you're spending, what you already have. And then that's going to make you feel more grounded and full. And then that money will continue to come in. So it's not so much about that you're not going to have money. It's about appreciating what you're buying and what you already have, that's going to make the money grow, right? So back to what you appreciate grows. All right, let's look at career. Really creative energy coming in, really creative. There's a lot of partnerships available for you. Some of you may be writing, speaking, doing art, lots of partnerships happening. Like, I just feel like everybody wants to partner with you. Like, there's a lot of people popping up that will pop up this month that will want to partner with you, or that have popped up in the last month that now you're ready to move forward. So I'm feeling a little bit squeezed. So, you want to make sure that the relationship works for you. You want to make sure that you don't get in over your head. Double and triple check, with yourself. Does this feel right? Do I want to do this? Do I want that much time to be given to that particular project? So really slow down and look at how you want to play, how big you want to play, who you want to play with. You have all the freedom in the world to say no, right? You've got this great new moon in Aries to say your voice, and you have the diplomacy of the full moon in Libra to be able to let people off the hook gently, or to be able to massage it and get a reliance and a partnership that works for you. So I really like your career. I really feel like there's good partners showing up for you this month that you're really going to have a beautiful handshake on. So it feels closer towards the end of the month, but solid, really solid. All right, let's look at health for Sagittarius. You know, my throat is really sore and feeling closed. And it just feels like the constriction is around fear and fear of being taken advantage of, right? So the fear comes in around career and being taken advantage of, or God, did I sign a bad deal? Is that a bad deal? Are they going to be good to me? Is this a good alliance? Is this a good partnership? So I feel like this anxiety around career, and then that can weigh on the throat and the fear in the throat. So which can drain you, and then you get a cold, and then all of a sudden you've got laryngitis because you're not speaking your truth, right? Because you're afraid, oh, if I say that, I'm going to blow up the deal. At the end of the day, you need to be happy, right? You have to be able to finesse things in a way that you can be in alignment with, but you also want to let go. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, and the next thing will come in. So just when you negotiate this month, negotiate from a place of strength. You know what? I'm great, and I don't need this deal. I would like this deal, but if it's not this one, then it's the next one. So either that, or just be able to live with and appreciate the deal itself, and just trust and say, no, I feel good about it. I'm going to take that as a yes, and that's it. So you've got the capacity to do that. Just don't be afraid to use it to make your decisions and to live by them. Let's see if there's anything else in store surprise for you, Sagittarius. I feel like your complacency is gone. I feel like that complacency kind of gets sucked out of you this month. So there's a renewed energy of excitement and exhilaration that starts to show up with this energy. And it's an exciting time for you. So I like that. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for viewing and watching and liking. I appreciate you commenting below, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Have a great month, everybody.